Okay, this is the M1 paper from June 2023. It's the first question, as we can see by looking at it. This is a collisions question. We're going to be using conservation of linear momentum and then some work on impulse. If you take time to read through the question, while you're doing that, you'll see that I've already drawn out the first diagram. We've got these two particles, A and B, of mass 4 and 2 respectively, which are moving towards each other. It's going to tell me what's going on beforehand, what's going afterwards, and then it also tells me the direction of motion of B is reversed by the collision, and said, can we find, in terms of U, the speed of A immediately after the collision? So, as you can see, I've done the first part of the diagram. Let's actually set it up with all the information. So beforehand then, it says that A is moving with the speed of 2U, and B is moving with a speed of 3U, and they're moving towards each other. Let's see what happens afterwards. So I'm going to just copy and paste using the iPad. So this time this is, this time this is afterwards. So what have I got of my speeds now? I don't have this situation. So it says afterwards, we know that B is moving with a speed of 2U, and we know that A is moving with the speed of V. We know that the speed of B was reversed, so we've got that situation. With regards to A, I'm setting it up as V there. Once I work out what V is, if V works out to be a positive value, then it's carried on in the same direction. If V works out to be a negative, then I'll know that I need to put it there and get rid of that one. But let's set that up as my possibility. And then, as we said right at the start, I'm going to use the conservation of linear momentum. CLM will do for that. I always write out the formula, M1U1, M2U2. Want to get this into my head, is M1V1 plus M2V2, and then I'm going to take that direction as positive for this part of my question. So M1U1 is 4 times 2U plus 2 times minus 3U, then, if I've set the other direction as positive, is equal to 4V plus 2 times 2U for M2V2. Let's tidy all that up. I'm going to get 8U minus 6U is equal to 4V plus 4U. And if we tidy all that up, we actually get that V works out to be equal to minus U over 2. So V works out to be equal to minus U over 2, then in terms of U, the speed of A in terms of U is absolutely okay to write as that. What I need to do is to say, I'm sorry, I'm just stuttering because I'm looking at part B. Part B actually says, can we state the direction of motion? So it's okay to leave this as my answer for part A, as long as I understand that what that means is A has a speed of U over 2, run the velocity, a speed of U over 2, and the direction is reversed. The direction has been reversed. And then that makes it clear, which they've asked me in part B anyway, the direction of motion. So happy with that for parts A and B. Then part C, it says, find in terms of U the magnitude of the impulse received by B in the collision, state the units of your answer. Okay, so if I'm going to say the impulse received by B, I'm looking at the impulse there, so I'm going to take that direction as positive. And in fact, actually what I'm going to do is just, if I copy that, I'm going to put that down there as part of my answer here. For part C, I'm now interested in working out impulse, and if I'm working out impulse, once I've decided that that's the direction of impulse, I'm going to take that direction as being positive. So it doesn't matter which way round I had as positive for the first part of my question, I'm actually now very clearly stating that that's the direction positive for this last part here. And then impulse, pretty straightforward once you've got all your directions all sorted out. Impulse is just mv minus u. So in this case, impulse is going to be 2 multiplied by 2u minus, and then the 3 u's a minus, so minus 3u here. So we end up with 5u times by 2, we end up with 10u for my impulse. And then it does actually say in the question, make sure that you talk about the units, and the units for momentum, there's a couple of them, but I'm always, sorry, for impulse, I'm always going to stick with Newton seconds unless they ask me to do something other than that. Okay, so yeah, not too bad for the first question. Hopefully that all makes sense to you all.